What's going on, everybody? I'm here to do a update finally. You know me, things change, so I'm not on here a lot anymore, but got a bin full of shit again, so I figured I'd start doing some. Probably going to be 2 or 3 again, but just here to talk music. Anyway, I'm going to start with an album I'm currently obsessed with. I need to grab it real quick. So, currently obsessed with, and I don't know how everybody isn't. So, by the way, that's my special guest, Doro. I'll explain that later. But yes, that thing is almost 6 foot tall. Well, I guess the first album from Judas Priest ex-guitarist KK Downing. The band's called KK's Priest. We all know this. Sermons of the Sinner. I love this album. It's hard to say this won't be my number one. This is like walking through listening through the history of Judas Priest. This album goes from the early stuff, in my opinion, some of the slower stuff towards the end of the album, to the Painkiller era, to Breaking the Law. I mean, you can hear pieces of everything. My song of the year is probably going to come off this, which is, of course, I'm forgetting it right now since I'm on camera. Not Hail to the Chief. Hail to the Chief. Hail to the Priest, I think. Jesus Christmas. Hail for the Priest. I love that song. But I may have a bit of a problem here. Yeah, I've got 4 of the 5 colors. And the one color is a Euro press, so I'm going to have a little bit of trouble finding that one. But in case you're wondering what the colors are, I'll start and go from there. First one is just black, and all the pressings come with an actual CD, which is nice because I think every album should, to be honest with you. It costs them virtually nothing, but I haven't sleeved any of these because I ran out of sleeves, but I've got the white pressing. I don't think they call this one something. Limited edition white vinyl. And then I got the indie exclusive red vinyl, which you all know how much I just love red. And then I got you can only get this on his website for the band, and it's on they call it metal, but it has a silver metal look to it. But it's the son of a bitch, silver metal. I just need to find the gold copy. And when you ordered the silver one online, you got a lithograph. It's a nice lithograph too. It's not just a cheap. Come on. Yeah, you got a nice lithograph of the album cover signed by KK. So, and it was only like $30. I mean, how could you go wrong with that? Anyway, love that album. I don't know how that's not going to be number one. I don't know how that doesn't make everybody's top 10 at least this year. That's a metal fucking album. Onward we go. One of the guys on Facebook, a seller, was selling these, so it's just another copy of Malmsteen's Studio Live EP. I don't know why I picked that copy up, but this copy I picked up because it's actually signed by Jeff Scott Soto in 2010. So I thought that was really cool because, as you know, Soto sung on Malmsteen's first 2 albums, and obviously this one too. So that was really cool to grab. And to have it signed by him, of course. And as you know, the Sabotage albums are being reissued 2 at a time. So I got this one, and this is the blue vinyl one. There you go. I've seen this shit. I'm always behind anymore, but it's really nice blue. It actually looks blue there. Really nice blue. Great, sounds amazing. Generally, I still end up liking the old school ones, but I really like these remastered. They're actually remastered too. So, and then this one comes on red. It's actually harder to find the black for some reason. And this also came with a 7-inch of the Avatar, the early Sabotage stuff when the band was called Avatar, but I left it over there. So anyway, there's that. Everybody knows that. And this is a Judas Priest Sin After Sin. It's old radio promo, but it is actually a gold stamp promo and a white label promo of Sin After Sin, which is badass. I've been getting a lot of these white label Priest promos lately. Everybody knows Styx. I don't have any Styx on vinyl, so I figured I'd start here. Great band. If you're a fan of Bad Company, this is called Mistress. It's literally like early Bad Company. A little heavier, a little more melodic, but that's who they've always reminded me of. That's why when I seen this, I wanted it. I mean, for $8, you can't go wrong. You can probably find it cheaper than that. Speaking of, I'll come back to that because right now I got another one. The new Night Ranger, it's okay. Nothing to write home about. They really haven't been anything to write home about this band in a long time, but you know, you just got those bands that you keep on getting their stuff no matter what, and it's on the copy I got's on red vinyl. But nothing really bad or good to say about this. It's just one song on there I really like. The rest are just kind of, it's a money grab in my opinion. There's nothing really special to it. This is the Michael Shanker group live at the Manchester Apollo 1980, I think it is. Yeah, this was a record store day. I don't know how many there were. I think there were like 2,000 of them, but it's a record store day exclusive. It's a double LP. Sounds phenomenal. It sounds like it's a modern live album. It sounds so good for 1980, and it's on a really red double vinyl. But this sounds so good. If you can find this, I recommend it big time. It sounds just phenomenal. It does not sound like an older soundboard at all. Or the newer Alcatraz. This just came out a little while ago. I can't remember the pressing of this either. This was I guess still got it in the shit. It's got a blue vinyl. Sorry about the glare. I can't help it. It's got a. This is really good. I mean, this is like. I was surprised how good this is for, you know. Joe Stump's on guitar, very Malmsteen-esque. But this thing, I mean, it's just such a good album. It's on a single double LP, which I don't like. I hate that, to be honest with you. If you're going to do it right. But it's on, again, pretty blue vinyl. But the album is just kick-ass. I mean, this is, I think it came out in 19, but in 2020 they did a limited pressing for, I think, Record Store Day. I'm going to go stick with my thing there because I'm pretty sure that's right. 9 minutes. The new Rage album, Resurrection, right? Resurrection Day. This is a good album. They're always, I mean, everything they've done has been consistent. This has a, I don't know, it just seems a little different to me. It has a little more, little more to it. It's on this, like, it's not going to show up. It's on the orange, like, marbly. There's like red and whites in there, but you can't see because it's so light in person, let alone on the camera. But what a great, great album. I mean, these guys have been around forever and a day. I don't know. They probably got 15 to 20 albums. I've got probably half them on CD. I've only got 2 on vinyl. All right. This is Jack Russell's Great White. They did a if you remember the Great Zeppelin one they did a tribute to Led Zeppelin. Well, they did another. Well, Jack Russell did another. This is on silver vinyl. Apparently, this was an indie thing. Silver is hard to find, but I like the silver vinyl when it has that metallic look to it. It's not gray. It's like the cool silver, but really good. I mean, I'm not a massive Zeppelin fan. I mean, I like them, but they tear it up when they do it. Another night, I got like another pressing of this coming into. I love this album. I know people, it's over the top and all that shit, but Nitro's out fucking rages. This is when they did some reissues a few years ago. Well, I come across this one, which I think is out of 200 or 300. It's called Starburst. It's pretty nice looking. Sounds great. And then there's another one I have coming that's out of 700. The other one they did, like, really cool. Everybody knows that album. I mean, if you're a hair metal fan, you know that. I think there's a gold stamp promo. Yeah, there's a gold stamp promo of Adrian Vandenberg's Best Of. I don't know what it is, but I cannot find his vinyl. This is the only vinyl I have of his right now. And when I do find it, it's either overpriced or it looks like somebody used it for a cement coaster. Okay, now these are still in. I don't know which is which. Anyway, we get to the Doro story behind me. I'm gonna see what pressing this is because the story goes along with it. This is the basic pressing of this album. I don't think there's a black. This is the black white with black marbling. This is the original the first pressing of it. Triumph and Agony Live, Doro Warlock, which the band was Warlock back then. Great album, great, one of my favorite album covers of all time. So when I seen that pop up behind me, very few of them were made. It's a stand up, like the old record store days where you would see album cutouts of the album or figures standing there. That's what it is. I mean, it's solid cardboard. It's 5'9" or 10, I can't remember. But was it FedEx or UPS? When I got the box, it looked like it was bent. The box was curved like this. It was laying in the rain, and I knew the guy threw it up there because on my Ring camera, I see it gave me notice somebody was coming to my door. So I look at it, and it's the UPS. Literally, by the time I got up there to get it, he was already gone. The box was tore up. I don't know how that made it to me. It came folded up, and the box was probably that tall. But the box looks like there was holes ripped all over it. Looked like somebody drove over it. It had a massive bend. There's actually 2 big creases in there that I got out of it. Well, I didn't get out of it. I got it to lay flat so I can actually keep it because that was expensive. And initially, that came with this pressing. Also, the reason I want it was this was supposed to be a limited pressing, and it come on this blue marbled vinyl. Well, I don't know if they didn't sell enough of these things or what, but they end up releasing this as a pressing too, which is kind of annoying for a collector because the reason you chase that kind of stuff and pay too much for that kind of stuff is to have something that's rare like that. But oh well, it's cool. There ain't many of those, so. And like I said, that's one of my all-time favorite album covers in general. All right, so what time we got on this? 14. Okay. Black Sabbath, Cross Purposes. This I don't recall this having a vinyl press. I don't think it does. But this just came out. You can't even find this on Discogs yet. But one of the guys I buy from on Facebook has bootlegs, and this is a bootleg, obviously. But I love the purple vinyl. Tony Martin era. Love Tony Martin. This sounds really, really, really good. I mean, it's obviously off a digital source because it's 94. But I don't care. It's still on vinyl. And it sounds really good. Looks really good. Good. I mean, the boots I've been buying lately, which I'm not a fan of boots, but these modern boots, man, they sound good. And for albums, you know, like that normally would be $500-600. I'll never pay that for vinyl. It's cross purposes, not cross purposes. I just said that. Headless Cross. This is my favorite Martin era album. This is one of my favorite Black Sabbath albums in general. I know the big thing is Ozzy's Black Sabbath. I get that and I respect that, but I prefer Ozzy's solo stuff more than I do his Black Sabbath stuff. And this comes on white vinyl, and this sounds fantastic as well. This obviously was on vinyl, but the vinyl for this is hundreds of dollars, and I won't pay that. I mean, this is, I think, 40 something. You know, I'll pay that range for it. And again, sounds great. And I already know the source on this guy that I buy this stuff from, so I trust his, you know, his sales and what he puts up, that it's going to sound good, and it sounds great. You know, some boots just, you can tell, it almost sounds like they are ripped out of headphones or something. Yeah, another boot. As you can, I bought a couple of boots from him. This is the Creatures of the Night, but this is the one with Vinny on the cover. That's why I really wanted it. This says something about some tour. Oh shit, shit's falling. Can't have my shit falling. Anyway, Creatures of the Night sounds good. It actually sounds better than some reissues I've heard. It's on purple vinyl, which is cool as well. And again, sounds great. I like it because it's a different cover with Vinny, which, you know, Vinny wrote and played on the album. Where we at here? 17 minutes. Listen, as you guys know, I'm obsessed with this band too. This is Silver Talon. They put out a third press of this album, which is out of 200, I think. It's either 200 or 300 pressing of this. So in total, I think they only have 500 pressings so far. 5 or 6, I can't remember. But it's on a silver gray. This is more gray than anything. Something Starlight, they call it. But Silver Talon, one of my favorite bands in the past, in the 2000s. Love these guys. Straight up metal. Almost, you know, Judas Priest mid-era sounding. Just great. They have 3 guitarists now in the band. Bryce Van Hoosen, very killer guitarist, very Malmsteen oriented with his runs and stuff like that. So that's how I initially discovered that band. Great band. Highly recommend them. Eddie and Infinium. This is their new album. It's called something first. Chapter 2, The Legacy. Not as good as the first album, but everything she sings, Melissa Bonney, she's the original singer for Rage of Light as well. She's got a great voice. So the album's very symphonic metal-ish, hard rock, clean voice, beautiful voice. And that, I mean, she makes the album, to be honest with you. This one gets kind of boring, but I'm just glad to have it on vinyl. Their first album's not on vinyl yet. Oh yeah. This album came out on CD earlier in the year, which and it went off big time. Ches Kane, I love her. I love this album. This album is so 80s AOR, hard rock, metal. It takes you back. Her voice is a cross between like even Lee Aaron, little Lee Aaron at times. Issa, if you know Issa, just killer voice. And the songs are great. It's totally 80s, you know, rocking in the radio, your car, Heartbreak, Love. It's on a pink vinyl. It looks peach on here, but it's pink. She also did an indie red pressing, but I didn't get that. I just grabbed this one. That one sold out before I could anyway. So highly recommend that too. That's going to be in my tops of the year. Jeff Scott Soto's new one. It's called the Duets Collection Volume 1. It's not like ballads. I mean, there's a slower one on here and there, but it's all the stuff from his previous bands like Malmsteen and Eyes and Takara, solo stuff that are done a little bit differently, but with special guest vocalists like Eric Martinson of Eclipse, Eric Martin, Mr. Big, Eric Martin, Dean Castronovo, whatever the hell his name is, Russell Allen, Joey Gielli, Matt Levins. Just every song has a different vocalist, and it's just really good stuff. And it's cool to hear the different versions of the old songs you already know. And this is on like a, I don't know what you would call it, Peter, almost. I don't know. But it's pretty as well. I don't think black vinyl is even a thing anymore. And then when it is, it's usually the shorter printing anymore. Speaking of Eclipse, there's the new Eclipse album, Wired. This band is just consistent. Everything they do is good. AOR, melodic hard rock, just great. I mean, there's nothing bad you can say about this band. I mean, they're consistently good. I don't think this is... Oh, yeah, it is. It's on a crystal. They call it crystal, not crystal clear. Crystal vinyl. I was just playing it the other day. I should know that. But just great melodic hard rock. I mean, you can't go wrong picking their stuff up. If you're an 80s hair metal, 90s, early hair metal fan, this is exactly what you love. Great stuff. And that's probably like their 7th or 8th album. Oh, yeah, cool. This is Dead Daisies. This is a charity auction that I buy from here and there. And they do the autograph stuff. And this is autographed with Doug Ulrich. Glenn Hughes is in there. And their autos are real close together here, which I don't know why they did that. The drummer, I can't remember his name, Lowry or something like that. And this guy here should be shot because that's not an autograph. That's disgusting in my opinion. Especially when you're, you know, it's a charity thing. But this is their EP, Dead Daisies, Bustle and Flow. Just got 3 songs, Bustle and Flow, Unspoken, and then from the lockdown sessions they did 30 Days in the Hole, which is a very different version of that. And that is on a very purple vinyl, if I remember correctly. But Doug Ulrich is one of my favorite guitar players too, and Glenn Hughes, I mean, how hard is it to get an autograph from him? I think it's purple. Yeah, it's on a purple vinyl as well. Translucent kind of. Anyway, where we at? Okay, I've got a couple more records here. I will talk about these. I might be able to get this done too. MOV reissued the 2 Delane albums here. This is April Rain, which I have an OG copy of this, but I can't resist because I'm a knucklehead. But this is a reissue of that album, and I think it's only 1,000 copies. Yeah, 1,000 number copies, and it's on like a smoked, I think. Yeah, I got like a clear smoke vinyl. And of course, sounds good. I don't know the pressing number I got, but anything on MOV is just good. I don't know the number, doesn't matter. It's out of 1,000. But I got that one. And then they reissued the only album I don't have on an OG copy of is Delane's, Delane's, I don't know. The hell is this called again? We Are the Others, which is my second favorite album by the band. Great album. Now I got 2 of these. When I ordered them, I couldn't find any in the US, so I was really worried because there's only 666 copies of this album, and the old one cost a fortune. But so I ordered one from the UK, and then I ordered one later on from the US as a pre-order, just in case one didn't come in, because I've been having a lot of problem with getting my actual orders filled lately. Not just with Amazon. I've had several labels cancel shit on me, which is annoying as hell when you're trying to chase albums like these, because they're, you know, not easy to get when it's such a short print of them, especially an album like this. But it's on a, it's like a flame vinyl. It doesn't show up on there. What do they call it? Flaming vinyl. But it does. It looks like it's, you know, light flames on there. So I have 2 copies of this, which I'm not mad about, because I know this will probably eventually be more pricier than the actual OG vinyl because of the short print nature. Where we at here? All right, I'm going to end this here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll put up a part 2 soon. Probably same night or following day. I should be able to get through the rest. But y'all have a good night, and we'll talk real soon.